Mr. Mayor.
Mr. Mayor.
Is it Mayor Woodford? Is it Mayor Jake? Is it Hey You? Is it what do you typically go by?
Well, my preference is whatever makes people feel comfortable.
Okay.
Obviously I want to respect the role, and
Sure.
it's a role that I hold, but I'm Jake.
Okay. Okay.
And
Perfect.
So yeah, but Mayor Woodford, Mayor Jake,
Okay.
Hey You.
Hey You.
Yeah, that's
Do you
fine.
respond to rocks being thrown at you, or tomatoes, or?
I would respond.
Okay.
I'll put it that way.
Yeah, that's right. All right. So, how long have you been mayor?
I got elected in April of 20.
20. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And what made you want to become mayor?
A whole lot of things. I mean, grew up in this community, born and raised here in Appleton, and
This isn't a political stop or anything. This is just
No,
This is
just-
just BSTV.
totally. I grew up here. I love this community,
Yeah.
and throughout my life, I had the opportunity to learn about the things that I was passionate about, and what I like to do.
Sure.
And as I learned more about what the role of being mayor is and leading a city, those things line up with the things I'm passionate about and that I like to do.
Yeah.
And so that kind of led me down the path of running for office. And
Okay.
I had lots of mentors and supporters along the way who helped me find that path. I think we all do, right?
Right.
How'd you get into this line of work?
Right. Yeah.
So, I found my way to this, and with the help of a lot of great people in the community, I ran and got elected. And,
Nice.
yeah.
Nice. Very cool.
Yeah.
So, what does a typical day look like? I mean, it's probably like anybody running anything. Running a business, running a council, running whatever.
Yeah.
I'm sure every day is different. So,
Yeah.
what does a typical day look like?
Yeah. So,
Wake up at 3.
Yeah. Well, I do get up pretty early.
Okay.
Gotta get to the gym when I can. So
Sure.
get going in the morning. There isn't really a typical day. There are sort of patterns to the week. So Mondays tend to be sort of coordinating days. So I meet with the leadership team and we get ready to go for the week.
Sure.
And then there's the council meetings. Those are fairly regular. So
Sure.
First and third Wednesday of council meetings, plan commission, things like that. But
Okay.
most days are all over the place.
Sure.
Like take when I get this question a lot from kids when I'm visiting schools.
Okay.
They want to know what a typical day looks like. So usually what I'll do is just pull out my calendar and say, well, let's take a look at today, and I'll just
Okay.
tell you about today. So
Sure.
today I had a couple of meetings with alders this morning. So I have one-on-one meetings with each alder person. We have 15 alders. I have
Wow.
a one-on-one meeting with each of them at least once a quarter,
Okay.
just to make sure we stay in touch and have relationships and know each other. And I know what their concerns are. They know what mine are. It's really helped, I think, strengthen the relationships between administration and the council.
Sure.
Helps us get work done as a city, work
Right.
together and collaborate.
Yeah.
Even when we don't agree, at least we know who we are.
Yeah.
That makes a big difference.
Communication is huge, I'm sure.
Huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now I'm here, hanging out with you.
Yeah.
And later on today, I've got a couple more meetings with staff. I had a meeting with our city attorney earlier today. Meeting with staff about a project we're working on. This evening we have a council meeting.
Sure.
But sometimes I'm driving halfway across the state to advocate for more resources for the community. Or Friday I'll be down in Madison for one of our police captains who's graduating from the Command Academy. So,
Oh, really?
Down in
Okay.
Madison. So
Okay.
yeah, it just
Awesome.
depends on the day.
Right,
But
right.
yeah, very active for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Do you get noticed everywhere you go? I mean, you have a very recognizable portrait,
Yeah.
so I'm sure that you get recognized everywhere. And if you don't, I'm sure after this, BSTV,
Oh.
I'm sure you will get noticed all over
This is really
the
going to
place.
put me on the map, I
Right,
think.
right.
Actually, I was in here once during the pandemic. I don't know if you remember this, but I came in here, I had a hat on and a mask on. Everybody was wearing masks.
Yeah.
And you gave me some grief because you recognized me because we've known each other for
I
a
did?
while. You gave me grief, believe it or not. Yeah,
I
this
don't-
may be
I-
news.
I don't recall.
If you're
I don't
if you're if you're not a regular customer, you may find this surprising. But,
Right.
you were giving me grief. You said, "Hey man, you got to take your hat off so people can recognize
Right.
you. Got to get the dome out."
I do remember this now. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
so you were razzing me about that. And actually, early on in the pandemic, because there weren't the sort of public interactions and community gatherings and things happening, and we were walking around with masks on, and it started out that people didn't really recognize me, and I was new. Mayor Hanna had been mayor for 24 years, so
Right.
like, okay, that's the mayor.
Right.
So that has started to change. I'd say over the last year and a half. Now, when I'm out and about, I'm running into people all the time.
Now people recognize you from here down now, huh?
Yeah, so that adds in.
Up.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
So while I was here, I got here about 10:30 and waiting, and running into people. I met a customer constituents who recognized me. I hadn't met them, but we had a nice chat, learned about what they were up to, and then I saw a neighbor, Jeff, who was in here, and so that has started to change over the last year and a half, I'd say, and I love that because it means we're out and about, we're interacting, we're together.
Right.
That's what this work is about, is connecting with people. And
I'm sure. So you said 2020 you got elected.
Yeah.
So right during the pandemic, and so how do you get out and meet with people, and how do you do that without harping on people or whatever, and so I'm sure that was a huge barrier that is coming down now, and so you can now get out and interact with the people and stuff too.
Yeah, we all went through that in the pandemic, right?
Yeah.
And it was really hard. It was really hard for everybody in our own ways, and so it's a much happier time. Yeah, now that we get to be out and about and free, and it's been really good, really positive.
So you're just like a regular person, you're Jake.
Yeah,
you're Jake Woodford. You're the mayor, but you get to go to concerts, like outdoor concerts, and you get to do stuff that everybody else does. That's a really cool part of. So I'm assuming that it's a full-time job. Being a mayor. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So here in the city of Appleton, the way we're set up is we have what's often referred to as a strong mayor system. And so what that means is the mayor is the chief elected official of the city and also the chief executive officer. So all of the department heads report to the mayor, and the mayor is responsible for the day-to-day management of the city, every aspect of city operations. So we have 640 employees at the city of Appleton.
Wow.
We're about $170 to $190 million budget a year between the operating budget and then the capital budget. So it's a large, complex organization.
Yeah, no
at
kidding.
The city. Yeah.
Jeez. Can you fix this pothole that's right out in front here?
On Law Street?
Yes.
Yeah.
So can you look into the camera and say, yes, you will fix that pothole? No,
yes, we will fix that pothole. Actually, I'm glad you brought it up. No, I'm glad you brought it up because one of the projects that's actually just getting started, we just engaged a contract with a design consultant. Law Street will be reconstructed.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so we're in the early stages of that process. We're getting the engineers on board, and there'll be neighborhood meetings and conversations as that gets going, because it's going to be about dealing with the underground utilities. When we see streets, we're seeing the potholes, we're seeing the surface.
Right.
But the city also has to be concerned with everything underneath the streets.
Oh, sure.
'Cause under those streets, we have storm sewers, we've got water pipes, we've got sanitary sewers, all kinds of other infrastructure, private infrastructure that we have to navigate.
Right.
So it'll be a comprehensive reconstruction of Law Street, and it'll be a great opportunity actually to take stock from the neighborhood about how Law Street works now, what the neighborhood would like to see with Law Street, what our goals are together. Yes, it'll be really exciting. So yes, we will fix that pothole.
In 20 years when this project is completed.
Sounds like you've worked with the city before.
Right, yes.
No, these things take time. They're big projects.
Yes.
This will be a multi-million-dollar project, but we're really excited
Well,
about
as you said, there's so much stuff underground that we don't see to take into account, I'm sure.
Exactly.
Yes.
We want that water to run clean when you turn the faucet on,
Right.
and we want that water to go away when you're done using it.
Right, sure.
For whatever you're using it for.
Sure. So what other projects do you have within the city?
Oh man,
going on?
There's so much. There's so much going on in the city.
This is only a half-hour show, just so you know.
Yeah, so I'll keep it as brief as I can. But there's a lot going on in the city.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of investment in residential downtown, which has been a really positive thing for the local economy because things have changed since the pandemic in terms of daytime office occupancy.
Right.
So, people have more options in terms of working from home, working in the office, and we've definitely seen that downtown. So more residential down there makes different kinds of businesses viable, and that's a good thing for the local economy. So we'll continue to see development on that front. Lots of infrastructure work going on in the city this summer. That continues to be a point of emphasis for us. Taking out old water mains and replacing them with new water mains and getting streets reconstructed. So that work's going on all over the city. It's construction season.
Yeah, we've seen the barrels all around.
Yeah. So it's a full and busy summer from a project standpoint. And then summer's also just a great time in Appleton. Lots of events and opportunities to get together. And
are you going to be in the Flag Day Parade?
I'll be there.
Okay.
Just like Memorial Day, I saw you out there.
Right, you did.
Yeah.
So we were down by Eleanor's, and I knew a couple people that were walking in there when I was waving to them. They were saying my name and waving to me or whatever. And the people that we were with, they were like, they said to my daughter, Luke, Allie, I think your dad should probably be in the parade because he knows like half these people that are in the parade. And I was like, I'm just the mayor of Meatville here,
But that's the thing about your business. I mean, I've been coming here since I was a little kid.
Yeah.
Getting the penny candies.
Yeah, right. Did you steal any?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
Okay.
Now they're like nickel candies, I think, with
2 cents.
inflation. Oh,
2
2 cents.
yeah.
So keeping those prices down.
Yeah, right.
But this business is a important point of connection for people in the community, and it's an anchor in this neighborhood, and has been 1945. Business open.
Yes.
So
very good. You must have researched before.
It has been. You got it up on the wall over
there.
Oh, okay. But this business is really an anchor in this neighborhood, and there used to be more businesses like this in neighborhoods around the city that created these little nodes of activity, and it's about more than just being able to walk to a place and get fresh produce and fresh meat. It's about the social connectivity that happens in businesses like yours, and we're starting to see that in this neighborhood. Other businesses popping up around. Eleanor, you mentioned up the road. And it creates these little networks within neighborhoods that are so important and so missing from our day-to-day life in this country. So it's really important, not just the stuff you sell, but the connections that you make. So it matters. Yeah, it's a huge deal.
All right. So one of my other questions was, you've been coming here since you were a kid.
Yeah.
What are some of your favorite products?
Wow.
That you buy here?
You said it's only a half hour, so I'll try.
Right.
Well, the bacon is number one.
Yes.
Your bacon's amazing.
So you said that one time, and I was like, I think I'm going to put mayor approved on our next ad.
It's
and I'm
great
like, I better not.
It is great bacon.
Yes, thank you.
So awesome bacon at Jacobs. If you haven't had it, come down and get some. But the smoked pork chops are a winter favorite when the grills, it's a pain to go out and grill.
Right.
And I learned a trick from one of the guys that I think used to work here, maybe he doesn't anymore, but you put a little brown sugar on top of the pork chop after you flip it.
Right.
So in the cast iron skillet, we learned that trick.
Yeah.
We still
Delicious
use that
way.
one.
Yeah.
The chicken breakfast sausage is really good.
Yes.
That's excellent. We like your smoked salmon. The salmon pate is awesome.
Yeah.
It's a great place. This food's been on our family table since I was a kid growing up. It's been at the center of Easters and Christmases, and and again, there's a value to that you can't be measured. Right. So we really appreciate what you do in the community.
Well, it's customers like you guys that keep on coming in that support the local and support Jacobs and stuff like that. That's obviously how we can stay in business.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that I didn't go over that you would like to tell anybody out there that might be watching?
Well,
I would say my mom is watching.
I would say Jacobs Meat Market is an experience, right? And so when you come here, it's not just like I'm making a run to go pick up some cheese or grab some wieners. I'm coming in for the experience of the good fun, the good banter that happens in this place. And,
whether I know you or not.
Yeah, exactly. Whether I know you or not. It's like I'd like a half dozen of those.
Right. And maybe 6.
Yeah. So that's really important, and I hope that people have the opportunity, if they haven't been in, to come check it out. This is a great local business. We have so many local businesses in this community that rely on folks to come and take advantage of what they offer. And I look around this place, and you got your stuff, but you got Simple Simon in here, and you've got local producers. You've got the Gary's Old Fashioned Mix. That's another local business. You got local businesses all over this place. And
is that mayor approved?
No comment. but it really is special, and it creates all kinds of connections, and that's what we need for a thriving local economy. So I really appreciate the work that you do, and the way you lift other businesses up, and in turn you get lifted up too. So
Right.
we appreciate you, Luke.
Last question is, do you like apples?
Apples?
Yeah.
Love apples.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
So do you love apples or Appleton better?
Ooh. Appleton.
Appleton?
Yeah,
Good
for
answer.
sure,
Good answer.
for sure.
Thank you very
Hey,
much for coming.
Thanks,
I really
Luke.
appreciate
My
your
pleasure.
time.
Yeah, glad to be with you.